Welcome to English Teach. This video is not just for practicing English. This video is an experience. In this video, you will practice English listening and speaking through a deep, mysterious, and emotional story using the shadowing technique. This story is about time, identity, and a strange moment that changes everything. Sometimes life does not change loudly. Sometimes the biggest moments happen in silence. This story begins on an ordinary evening. Nothing special happened that day. No big success, no big failure. Just another quiet day that felt strangely heavy. The kind of day where you feel tired, but not from work. Tired from thinking. Tired from waiting. Tired from not knowing where your life is going. The room was quiet. No music, no notifications, just silence. And in that silence, something unusual happened. A thought appeared. Not loud, not dramatic, just a calm, clear sentence. What if this is not who you are supposed to be? At first, it felt like a random thought. We all have strange thoughts sometimes, but this one stayed. It didn't disappear. It repeated itself slowly, like an echo inside the mind. What if you are becoming someone you never wanted to be? That question felt uncomfortable, because deep inside there was no easy answer. Most people avoid moments like this. They open their phone, they distract themselves, they run away from silence. But this time was different. There was no distraction, no escape. And then something even stranger happened. Another voice appeared. Not a loud voice, not scary, not aggressive. Calm, confident, familiar. It did not feel like a stranger. It felt like someone who knew everything. The voice said, "You already know why you feel this way." That sentence sent a chill through the body, because it was true. There was no mystery, no hidden secret. Just truths that had been ignored for too long. The voice continued, "You are not lost because life is confusing. You are lost because you stopped being honest with yourself." That moment felt heavy, not painful, not dramatic, just deeply real. Memories began to surface, dreams that were once clear, goals that once felt exciting, promises made in younger years. All still there, but covered in dust, not destroyed, not gone, just abandoned. The voice spoke again. "You didn't fail because you're weak. You failed because you kept waiting. Waiting for motivation, waiting for the right time, waiting to feel ready. But readiness never came. Days turned into months, months turned into years, and slowly comfort replaced courage. Routine replaced growth, and silence replaced ambition. The room still hadn't changed. Same walls, same chair, same quiet air, but something inside had shifted. For the first time in a long time, there was no denial, no excuses, just awareness. The voice was not judging, it was not angry, it was calm, and that made it even more powerful. Because calm truth is harder to ignore than loud criticism. Then the question came, a simple one. If nothing changes, who will you become? That question felt heavier than all the others, because the mind immediately showed the answer. A future built on hesitation, a life shaped by fear, a version of yourself that slowly stopped believing. Not broken, not tragic, just unfinished. That realization hurt more than failure ever could, because failure means trying, but this was different. This was the pain of unrealized potential, the quiet regret of knowing you could have been more. Silence filled the room again, but now it felt different, not empty, full of thoughts that had been avoided, full of truths that had been delayed. Then the voice spoke one last time, soft, steady, certain. No one is coming to change your life. Not said with sadness, not said with cruelty, said with clarity. No perfect moment is coming, no sudden rescue, no magical transformation, just reality. And strangely, that truth didn't feel depressing. It felt freeing. Because if no one is coming, then nothing is stopping you either. No permission needed, no perfect conditions required, just a decision. A quiet, invisible decision that no one else will see. The kind of decision that happens internally, long before the world notices any change. That night did not end with loud motivation, no dramatic transformation, no instant success, just something small, something simple, a shift, a decision to stop lying to yourself, a decision to stop waiting, a decision to take ownership. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. And maybe that's how real change begins, not with noise, not with applause, but in silent rooms, in honest moments, when you finally hear the truth you were avoiding. If you're listening carefully, you might notice something. This story is not about one person, it's about a moment many people experience but few talk about. The moment you realize that the life you want is on the other side of responsibility. And responsibility is heavy, but it's also powerful, because once you accept it, something changes. You stop waiting, you stop blaming, you stop hoping that things will magically improve, and you start building. Slowly, quietly, imperfectly, but honestly. That's where confidence begins, not in success, but in ownership. As you listen to this story, you are not just practicing English, you are training your focus, your patience, your awareness. Let each sentence settle. Listen carefully, repeat slowly, and feel the rhythm. Do not rush. Language grows in calm minds. Progress grows in consistent moments. You do not need perfection, you only need presence. Even if your voice feels uncertain, speak. Even if your pronunciation is not perfect, continue. Because growth is not loud, growth is quiet. Just like that evening, just like that realization, just like that voice. And maybe one day you will look back at a small moment like this and realize that was the day everything started to change. Thank you for being here with English Teach. Take your time, breathe, stay aware, and keep moving forward, one honest sentence at a time.